I wake up drinking, face down, in the water, and the water is salt. There is a lake under my hands. Not one drop of it will keep me alive. A city on the water, white towers, stone roads running out across the lake. 200,000 people. The largest city in the world right now. Larger than Paris, larger than Rome. And it is dying of thirst. 48 hours. It just started again. Tenochtitlan. Built on an island in the middle of a lake. 3 stone roads hold it to the shore. That is all. Fresh water arrives by aqueduct from a spring on the mainland. Gardens float, whole fields of them tied to the lake bed. There is no wheel here, no horse, no iron. They carried every stone of this on their backs. 1,000 men sweep these streets every morning. The men who came to take it wrote in their letters that they thought they were dreaming. It is the 93rd day of the siege. The aqueduct is cut. 10 weeks ago. The 3 roads are broken, all of them. There are ships on the lake now, 13 of them, with sails. The wells they dig fill with salt. The lake is salt. The rain has not come. Everyone here is drinking something that is slowly killing them. Look at their faces. I saw this coming. I stood on a sea wall 1,000 years ago and watched it come across the water. In the vision, it was a green smoke coming off them, like breath in winter. Something you could see, something you could stand upwind of. That was a kindness. It doesn't look like anything. It came off a ship, in a body, in a breath, last winter. It took the emperor in 80 days. It took half the city. I told myself it would kill more people than any cannon ever built. I was being careful. I should have said more people than every cannon ever built. And it never made a sound. I have one rule. I cannot save them. I have tried in every place they have put me. It ends the same way every time. And still, the thought I can't kill. Maybe if I save one person, one time, and the clock stops. There was a face I was carrying. I had it this morning. Now I've got the shape of where it was, and I've stopped being sure whether it was someone I lost or someone I'm supposed to find. Those used to be different questions. This was the largest market on the continent. 60,000 people every single day. The man who is burning this city counted them himself. Gold, feathers, salt, cacao, obsidian, medicine. Today there is a woman selling 4 green tomatoes, and there is no one to buy them. They eat lizards. They eat the eggs of the flies that live on the water. They scrape green scum off the lake and dry it into cakes. They boil leather. They chew bark. I watched a man break a piece of clay off his own wall and put it in his mouth and drink salt water after it. There is a girl in the reeds, maybe 7. She is turning a white flower over in her fingers and talking to it. Everyone in this city looks at my face and steps back. She doesn't. And for half a second I know her. Those eyes. Somewhere very far from here, a long time ago I can't reach. It's gone before I can hold it. They always are. I've decided not to look at her again. It never helps. They have a new king. The old ones are dead. Cuauhtémoc. He is 25 years old. His name means the eagle that comes down. He has been offered terms 4 times. He has refused 4 times. He walks the waterline every evening, and he does not make speeches. He has already decided how this ends for him. I know that look. I wear it. They still dress for it. Quilted cotton soaked in salt water, hard as wood. Jaguar skin, eagle helmet, obsidian teeth set in a wooden sword. A banner strapped to the back so your men can find you in the smoke. They are going out to fight steel and horses and gunpowder, and they are going out beautiful. Something is different this time. Every place they've put me have looked like I belong there. That was the one mercy in this. Not here. Here, my face is the face of the thing that is killing them. They step back from me in the street. A woman pulled her son behind her by the hair. Whatever is doing this to me is getting sloppy, or it has stopped bothering to hide. The lake was theirs. It was the last thing that was. So the man outside built ships. Not here, beyond the mountains, where the wood was. He built 13 of them, took them apart, and carried them over the pass, plank by plank, mast by mast. 8,000 men on foot. Then he put them back together and let them into the water. I have seen this move before. A different sea, a different empire. Ships coming over a hill where no ships could be. I don't remember which one of us was inside the walls that time. He is not taking the city. He is deleting it. Every house they take, they pull down. Every canal they reach, they fill with what used to be the house. Because his horses can't swim and his cannon can't float. So the water goes, and the streets go, and the city gets smaller every day. By the end, there will be nothing left to surrender. There was a palace here that held only birds, every bird in the empire. 300 men fed them and cleaned them. It's burning now. Some of them get out. They go up through the smoke, and they keep going, and they don't come back. The rest don't. The man who ordered it wrote a letter about it afterwards. He said he was sorry about the birds. At night, the drum on top of the great temple starts. It's heard across the water in their camp. They know exactly what it means. Their own men, taken alive on the causeway, are going up those steps. I've heard people talk about this city as if it were a garden. It isn't. It's an empire. It took what it wanted and it fed the sun. Nobody here is innocent. That is not how any of this works. It still doesn't earn what's coming. They had warnings. They wrote them all down. A pillar of fire standing in the sky 10 years before any of this. The lake boiling up with no wind. A temple that caught fire from nothing and drank the water they threw on it. And a woman's voice at night over the water, crying for her children, asking where she could possibly take them. They heard her for years before the ships came. They count time in bundles of 52. At the end of each one, they put out every fire in the world and wait to see if the sun agrees to come back. The next bundle was 38 years away. It never came. I sat down next to the only person in this city who isn't afraid of my face. I told her the thing I never say out loud, that I've done this before, that if I get one of them out, it might stop. She wasn't impressed. She asked me if I was hungry. Then she told me her name. I asked her to say it again. She was already looking at the water. I got the first sound of it. That's all I have. August the 13th. They come from the water and from the roofs at the same time. The ships fire into the square from one side, the horses come up the filled canals from the other, and the men on the roofs are not Spanish. They never were. 100,000 of them, from the cities this empire spent 200 years bleeding. This city was not killed by strangers. It was killed by its neighbors, with strangers holding the door. And for one beat, the smoke stands up straight and spreads out flat at the top, like it hit a ceiling that isn't there. The light goes white and even and wrong, and I taste metal. Then it's just a temple burning again. My hands are shaking for something that hasn't happened yet. I broke the rule. Same as last time. Same as every time. I went into the boats looking for her. I found the flower first, in the water, going around in a circle. I got a hand to it. And then 1,000 people who wanted to live went past me at once. It went under a canoe, and that was the whole thing. They take him on the water, in a canoe, going for the far shore. 25 years old, the last one of them, and he doesn't run when they come alongside. They bring him to the man who has been eating this city for 93 days. He asks him to kill him, points at the dagger on his belt, and asks for it. He is refused. Of course he is. A dead king ends it. A living king is something you can carry around. And then it just stops. Not a surrender, nothing that clean. The word goes across the roofs, and men put their weapons down where they're standing, because there's no longer any reason to be holding them. 93 days, and it ends like someone switching off a room. And that night, it rains. Hard enough that you can't see the other side of the square. It comes down on the temples, and on the rubble, and on the people sitting in it. And it fills every empty jar in a city that spent 93 days dying of thirst. One day. It was 1 day late. I have watched a lot of places end. This is the first time I have seen one get an apology. By morning, they're walking out, along the one road still standing, in a line, all day. Nobody says anything. There's nothing to say, and no one left to say it to. 200,000 people lived here on Sunday. The lake will be drained. The stones will be used to build a cathedral. In 400 years, there will be a city of 20 million standing on top of this one. And it will still be sinking into the mud where this lake used to be. I had her name for about 4 hours. I've been saying the first sound of it all morning, trying to get the rest to follow. It doesn't follow. Every place they put me, I come out with less than I went in with. At some point, there'll be nothing left to take. And I'd like to know what happens then. And then I look out at the water, and the water is wrong. It's black, and it goes all the way out, and there is no shore on it. There's a mountain of ice standing in it, and beside the ice, a wall of black steel, taller than the temple behind me, with windows. Rows and rows of lit windows, warm all the way down. People are dancing behind them. I can hear a violin. It's 30 degrees here, and I can see my own breath. No, not yet. I just got here. No. No. 48 hours. The next one is already waiting. I don't know what it is yet. Subscribe and you'll find out with me. One thing before you go. Cuauhtémoc was offered terms 4 times. He said no 4 times, and the city said no with him. Would you have taken the 4th one?